Welcome to Health 2022. To all 9,500 plus attendees, 400 plus amazing speakers, and 850 plus invaluable sponsors, thank you. It's been another year of dynamic change for healthcare, and the landscape is shifting faster and in new ways. Change offers a chance to look at things differently. Health is reimagining its look and mission, entirely redesigning the event experience with your needs in mind. And it's Health's 5th birthday. We couldn't be more excited to celebrate with all of you. The headlines over the past year paint a troubling picture of our health and well-being. Compared to 25 years ago, people are exposed to more tragedy in 24 hours than in an entire lifetime. The states with the most restrictive abortion laws have the worst maternal and child health outcomes and some of the highest child poverty rates in the nation. In the US, the most expensive country in the world for childbirth, 75% of abortion patients are poor or low income. Challenges to women's health and well-being have reached a breaking point. Already, less than 1% of healthcare research and innovation goes towards women's health, not including cancer. Over 27 million US adults with mental illness are untreated, and 39% don't know how to access services. Over a third of Americans live in a mental health professional shortage area. Further, only 5% of US psychologists are Hispanic and 4% are Black, while 86% are white, leading to a major gap in access to culturally competent care. A patient with depression can spend nearly $11,000 a year on healthcare costs, and 1 in 4 people avoid seeking care altogether due to cost concerns. Over 25% of cancer patients depleted their savings to cover care, and about 1 in 4 declared bankruptcy or lost their home. Today, inequities cost the U.S. healthcare system about $320 billion. If neglected, this number could surpass $1 trillion by 2040. 2021 was the deadliest year in U.S. history. More than 100,000 Americans died of drug overdoses in 2021, up 15% from 2020. Since 2010, adolescent overdose deaths have more than doubled, Black youths and young adults experiencing the largest increase at 86%. Nearly 100 million Americans have had COVID-19, with 1 in 5 adults experiencing long COVID symptoms, which include a nearly 50% increase in suicidal thoughts. Meanwhile, hospitals are suffering their own crises. 95% of nurses experienced burnout in the last 3 years, and 34% will likely leave their roles by the end of 2022. ICU patients had a 2 to 7% increase in mortality when nurse staffing was inadequate. We won't let this be the mark of our time. We are working tirelessly to change this narrative. 67% of subjects who received MDMA and talk therapy no longer qualified for PTSD diagnosis 2 months post-treatment. 68% of Gen Z reported feeling comfortable talking about their mental health with others. 42% reported seeing a therapist one-on-one. A breakthrough study has linked physical fitness with a reduced risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. 45% of Americans regularly wear smartwatches, and 70% are willing if it means a health insurance discount. 93% of Americans now have access to rapidly delivered fresh groceries through digital food service platforms. Scientific breakthroughs are compounding as technology advances. In the last 2 decades, cancer death rates in the U.S. dropped 27%. A rectal cancer treatment has shown astounding results in a small clinical trial. All treated patients experienced complete remission. A new blood test successfully identified metastatic cancer in 94% of patients. An eye implant engineered from proteins in pigskin restored sight in 14 blind people. A new AI tool detected early signs of sepsis in real time, reducing the likelihood of death by 20%. 20 years after scientists first reported reading the human genome, the complete version was unveiled. uncovering hundreds of new genes, opening the door to new health insights. Let's continue to collaborate, innovate, ideate, so when we gather for Health's 10-year anniversary, we will have realized our potential to create a better world. We all hold the power to affect change and inspire others. Let's use the power in this room to create Health's future.